Hello, my friends. Hi, Melinda here of The Sound of Silence. Thanks so much for watching it. Enjoy. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound. tenement halls and whispered in the sound of silence.
B&Q and Trade Point's big You Can Do It sale is...
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, the stream, and Sadness Incarnate. My name is Cat Monarch, and today I'm going to try and not throw myself against a wall for 3 hours, you know? That is the current objective of today's stream, and might as well join into that. If anyone joins in, they join in. Do we just mute the site? Yeah, we did. Cool, so it's there for later. Right. Now, not to labour a point we've already made, but last session was pretty horrid. We're still on a positive, like, on 33% or so. A bit over. But, yeah, we played 19 duels last session, and we won 4. So, we're only in silver. That is not the win rate you're kind of wanting. And I haven't actually changed the deck up. I haven't revisited it between streams because I've realised that this deck does not fit with just putting in some light and... Oh yeah, I forgot to dismantle some cards, didn't I? Where did we... I think that is today? Let me just dismantle some stuff real quick. Entry packs, you know, from... Let's see. Dismantle selected cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That feels different. I know we definitely have one of this. That feels right to me, but I'm not sure. Oh, no. This we didn't have. So... Okay, I am slightly confusing myself, actually. We're just going to dismantle all of these. If it turns out I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I think we actually had 2 of that, so we'll say that that's the dismantle. Although I'm probably not playing the Tearlament's Heartbeat for some time. so I can fact check that at another point. But given how last session went, let's just get into it. Let's just, now. I will turn on the music after this duel. If I don't, someone please remind me. Right. Doing our best. I hope you guys are all having a good time, having a good day. Day's been okay so far. But that's the thing, so far, We're now in the portion where the day could change quite drastically. So, let's see if it does. Clockwork Knight. Are you going to activate a Maxi or a Charmy? Yes, you are. And I like that they think I'm going to do things. What if I just normal summon? I put something on the field. I could be going against Sidra. There is every chance. They've got 3 different themes going on between Sky Striker, Rika, and I think that is S-Force as the profile. So there's nothing telling about this. And it's Blue Eyes. Of course it's Blue Eyes. Possibly need to make that new deck on this stream, because I cannot stand for more of this. There is only so much one can take. This is just a straight up meta deck. Oh, the Primite stuff is in today. Oh, it's about to get so much worse. Okay, I will rebuild. I will do the deck build on stream. Let's see how it goes. But first, we're gonna see if we can fight through this duel. Okay, they've used the set now, and it searches 2. I should know this by now, but let's see. Targeting a face-up, take control of it. Now, the obvious thing is they can't actually go into their extra deck right now, because let's see. You require type, so they can't do this. They can do, I think, literally everything. Okay, they can't do one of their fusions, and that's it. And I can't target Blue Eyes White Dragon. Okay. But yeah, currently Clockwork Knight is taking them out of the, or taking the Link 1 out of their reach, so there's that. Okay. Or 1 level 1 Light Tube. Okay, they have both. No, they have just Blue Eyes Engrave. But that is still a level 8 monster, so it's probably not worth doing anything with this. They're going to Synchro Summon, they can tag out. It tributes for cost, doesn't it? Let's read it. Quick effect, tribute this, special summon a light. Yeah, okay. Discard target an effect, send it to the grave, special Blue Eyes. No, this is our only interaction. And as much as it sucks, I think we keep it. Because if they tribute this, target Crimson Dragon, we're kind of done. I know we have a Kaiju in hand, but they can put out multiple negates, which is a problem. This being up does help our chances. Now it doesn't. And we can't stop the effect. And we can force this at the very least. We can force it now. Tag out. I didn't know they were playing Spirit of White. I gotta be honest. I guess you might as well, because it is always treated as a Blue Eyes. It's an normal monster engrave. Yeah, you see, that's the thing. We just lose now, right? I know we should fight this out. I know we've just gone on a losing streak. But what am I doing? I'm going to... They can make the level 9 again. They can make the level 9 again. What is the 9 a hard once? It is a hard once during the end phase of this turn, though. So it would die during the end phase of my turn is the problem. There's a chance they don't even go for that. There's a chance they do something entirely different. But I think overall we're pretty screwed. We'll play it out. Simply because we surrendered so many duels in the last one. Can't change the... Oh, we can. I could have had this on the whole time. Now you get the intimidating music from the get-go. Right, yeah, there it is. So they can do this to tag out. They can do this to tag out next turn, and then... No, that's a... It's not a once per turn. You're kidding me. Why... This will still die in the end phase. Unless I'm missing something. This is why. This is why it's the go-to. I was wondering why this was the go-to negate. It protects the other one. Okay. That's just it. That's just the end of it. Right, yeah, we're building a new deck. Right this second. It needs to be able to play around the light imprisoning. So, Kaijus are still viable. We don't need their effects, we just need them as removal. Right, there you go, thank you. Right, create new. So, let's start with the best card. And go on from there. What do? You play Floodgates. Doesn't matter, he's a light machine. No. Right, are there any other cubics worth playing? Inflicts 800. Oh, you see, that could be worth playing. I don't think it is. Cubic monster you control to the graveyard. We gotta have the seed and then decide we don't need the seed anymore. But then once we do, you can special summon them. And then it adds the next one, which we don't actually have, but it's an option. If you control a cubic, activate this by targeting... nope, okay, we don't need that. Wait, when an opponent's monster declares direct attack, target the attacking monster, special summon in attack position as many monsters. Same with that target, place cubic counters. Also, after that... that's actually just a battle trap. No, it's mandatory. It's not can. That seems like you need to be able to complete one to do the other. Yeah, I can halve my opponent's monster's attack. Okay, so that's probably our cubic cards. Let's Kaiju, which we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 1. What's this one again? Target one monster in the field, destroy that special summon the Kaiju. It's removal, but it doesn't do a lot. And it only gains counters when it's special summoned. We only have the field spell. And speaking of field spells, we're going to put in Metaverse. We're going to put in Dark Scream just did a thing. Dark Sanctuary. Do we put in the Fiend Sanctuary? It doesn't make Anima because I need a non-token. Destrudo is still good. Yazi, what attribute? Dark. Let's go. Let's see. I think it's Mirage, right? Yeah, Mirage Dragon. We can put this in, level 4 Light Tuner. Right, let's take a look at our Cosmos. Okay, so we can still play the Wicked Witch. That's fine. We could also just still play the 2 Dogfighter. What are we calling this? Other stuff. That'll do. Right, let me save this for a moment. Oh, but right, Mirror Force. I know Blue Eyes is, like, you know, tearing it up right now, but, these should still just be good. What else? Clockwork Knight. This is just trying to remember my staples. Right. I know we need things for this to go into, but we gotta think about it. So, what else do we have in here? Battle Fader still works. Dark Dragons to search. Jurigeto's still good. Sangan's still good. We've got Fenrir, Unchained. Ooh. Cracked out. Okay, right. Fenrir, Unchained. Is this going to be particularly relevant? We do need more normal summons in this deck. This is a special summon pretty much for free. This is a free special summon just about as well. But these ones are conditional. And what can we do? Let's see. Special summon an Unchained. If the set is destroyed, target an Unchained monster. If the set card is destroyed, you can just get an Unchained from your deck. Right. Let's hold off on that for a moment. Crackdown. So let's put that one back in. We've put Fenrir in. I think Jurighetto is just good because it's a special summon. It's hand... no. Field or grave. Okay. Sangan. Wrong spelling. What can we make? We can make exactly, like, 7 for Synchro at the moment. Oh right, Transverser. We can do the whole Transverser play. But that doesn't really do anything against Blue Eyes. So... I think we ignore that bit with the Sacred Beast package, engine, whatever you want to call it. Would it just be easier to cut cards from this one? Because I think I'm going to build 90% the same deck. Like, that's a card we can cut this one, and we can cut these 3. We can keep this in. Maybe that's actually the way to do things. Yeah, okay, let's not do other stuff. Let's delete this, because we are just putting in 90% of the same cards. Let's edit good stuff. Right, so we're taking out the good witches. This could be a horrendous idea, but we're only going to find out in due course. And I guess... I mean, this doesn't activate, it's just a 2100 wall. Because, of course, a 40 card deck would be more appropriate. But what light monster effects do we really have going on field now? We have 1, possibly... pretty much 2. Pretty much 2 that are hitting the field and then using an effect. You know, maybe it is just this. Maybe this is what we do. It's a small change, but it can hopefully save us a lot of legwork. And at the moment, I'm really looking forward to saving myself some legwork. Right, okay, first one was a loss, that's fine. It's not a herald of things to come yet. Okay. Right. As far as hands go, there's worse. Right, special. Remember to do it in defense position. Set Crackdown. Set Sangan. We have 2 disruptions. And we have an opponent who looks like they play the game, judging by the drastic accessory count. Fiendsmith. Well, this really is a test of our metal, isn't it? Light Fiend, discard a card. I can banish the Lurie. If this card is discarded to the graveyard, special summon it. They special summon it. Cashier of Fenrir banishes. Or Crackdown takes. So we'll banish it, and we'll, you know, we keep Crackdown. This, I don't know how many you play. I think it's just a one-off anyway, so it probably doesn't end their turn. Yeah. Okay. Div Incarnate. That's fine. Battle phase. Right. Yeah, we want this search to go through. So we leave that. Sangan. To add... What have we got in hand? We've got Battle Fader and we've got the Lightning Strike Kaiju. So... if we add this to hand, I guess. What is this? It's a level 1. Yeah, let's just add this guy to hand. Don't know what they're waiting for. End of the battle step. Now we Snatch Steal. Ours. I just don't want them to get that reborn, you know. That is going to be a very damaging thing. Bestial. They've got a Fiendsmith in their graveyard. Banish Fiendsmith. Okay. Damn. If this card is special summoned, that is unfortunate. Let's see. We can't get rid of our one monster particularly easy. We can tribute summon over it. So... let's just hold it in hand. Let's go end phase. We've got it for their turn. They know there's basically a DD Crow in my hand for the sake of the argument. Okay. They just can't do things. This is fine. Activate again. Target Fiendsmith. It vanishes. Okay, let's set this guy. Just go to battle phase. Hit. Swing in. We go end phase, and that fetches us Destrudo. We've got Moon Mirror, we've got a Kaiju, and we've got Battle Fader, which guarantees to protect us in a worst case battle phase. We can Kaiju whatever they do put up, and then relinquish it. And we can give Moon Mirror Shield to something pathetic, if needs be. But it looks like they're currently bricked. So this might be the end of the game, just outright. If we just flip this up and activate Destrudo. and then just go battle phase. Like, nothing fancy about it. I was off by 1,000. I didn't do math. Main phase 2. It is fine. What can we make? We don't have anything in grave. We can go for 3. I can go for 10. I can banish Tract from their grave. I don't think that's worth it. I think we just do this. Let's put him on the field. It didn't put us over lethal anyway. So, let's chill. We don't have a banished monster we want to special summon. And, what, we could have got their Fiendsmith and put it back in the grave? Yeah, that doesn't seem like a solid idea to me. Okay, that's fine. You can't summon it, though. Okay. They're making plays. If this dies, then we get something. Now this is the full, like, Snake Eye part of the deck, I guess. But again, we're safe from a direct attack for game because of Battle Fader, so they've got to OTK over every monster. I don't think they're doing that. Just guess. So let's allow them their fun. Okay. Involving this card from opponent's monster, while this card, you can target one fire monster in your grave, and then special this. And then attack is declared. Okay, so they can do, like, that's live, but that's not where they're going anyway. They're going further than that. They've got one banished Fiendsmith, they've got a banished Lori, but this guy's at 2, so they've still got access to, like, full Fiendsmith combo. And, in theory, they're just going to put Yazi. Or at least I would have guessed so, you know? Anyway. Let's see how this goes. I wasn't particularly optimistic about this duel. Okay, put that in the spell trap zone, summon this, you've now got 4 bodies. They're going through a bit, aren't they? Send those to get Flamberge, right? Okay, there's Flamberge. They put this in the spell trap zone, probably. I'd assume so. It's the biggest thing here. They could beat over everything else, right? So that feels like the play. You're putting this in the spell trap zone. Okay, so yeah, you can just special my Fenrir to your field. Okay. That wasn't something I was prepared for. I don't know why. I've seen this guy a good number of times, and it's a very neat play, actually, but, okay. Now what? You seem to be running short on ideas. You've got your full extra deck. You've got 2 cards in hand still. Which makes Closed Moon! Fiendsmith! Okay. So you link 5ing for Goddess? Because, I think that does work. There's no related cards, but I'm just gonna have to wait for it to hit the field. Oh yeah, of course. There's no need to do that. That special summons a monsters from the graveyard. It won't special summon a monster from the graveyard. Its effects are negated currently, but it still floats if killed. And Battle Fader allows me to special summon, give you a kaiju, steal the kaiju. In theory, I can actually inflict 900 points damage to them pretty easily. In practice, we find out. There's Lacrima. That's another 1200 to me. Right? No, it's sent to the grave, okay. Banisher in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Or special summon it. Neat. I'm just quite simply not dead yet. Unless they make a negate, which negates and destroys. Battle Fader is not a once per turn. But I do need to live. Type 1 Fiendsmith equip Kaiju control. So you're gonna do that? No, because you haven't got into any of that yet. You're just gonna push for lethal. Are you gonna mess up lethal? No. SP. You're gonna banish Yazi. Also, your monsters cannot attack directly this turn. That's actually really annoying. I would have rather they did. I can still normal summon. Nothing's stopping me from doing that. SP has way too few attack points. But... oh, there's no but about it, actually. I just have 2 Kaijus in hand. Well, yeah, I survive this turn and they die next. Because they don't know how SP Little Knight works. They can summon Fenrir, but I can Kaiju the Fenrir. They have lost the game. So special summon over Goddess. They now decide to do things. That's completely fine. I can hit over the Fenrir, you know. Anyway. That's the end of the game. GG's. That is not a duel I was expecting to win. At least not when they first, you know, activated a Fiendsmith card. And yeah, for beating the best deck in the room, you get 1 legacy ticket. But you know what's slightly more important that we get? We get ourselves 1 Master Pack, which marks a decent start. I'll take that. It is also just 1 more win to get into gold, which is where we were hoping to be at the end of the last stream. But, circumstances, as it were. I think we do have an Elemental Lord, but I can't quite remember. Need to check the collection. And it's not like it's worth playing anyway. But it's just something that I think we probably have. Anyway. Just jump into the next one and hopefully we can rank up. And then once we rank up, if we win 1 duel, we can move on with the proficiency test. And find out that it's not something we're going to do for like the next 5 years. Because that's how it tends to go. It's the crystal. With Schrodinger's cat inside. Right. As far as anti-light goes, this is pretty good. As far as my opponent's profile goes, they aren't on it anyway. So we shall have to find it out. Let's set 1. And set 2. And pass turn. Negate all light monster effects activated on the field or in the graveyard. If they are on Blue Eyes, this just clears. But no, they are true to the attribute. They're on Hazy Flame. You know, this is a deck that we can actually beat. Okay. Cannot target this card with card effects. Sure. Tribute another fire and it gains 300. Now this is someone who's playing a deck because they like the deck. For what it's worth, no, you're not attacking. Once per turn, target a face-up diseased. Alright. Well, we now know the level of the playing field, right? And... oh, we can just go for it. We can just make a, no, we can't make a 12 before the battle phase. because we didn't summon Yugioh at the end of the other battle phase. But this might just be good enough, so I think we do the push for it. We do this. We activate to take control. I know we could just do the Kaiju. But on the off chance, we will... No, there's no point of normal summoning that now. So let's just go. 21 in. And then activate Yugioh to special summon. Gain our life points. They have a max C. No. It was worth doing the Kaiju all along. Face up. Okay, so we might take a little bit of damage. But it's worth doing it, right? Dark and Earth. Oh, it's just fire for the defense? Oh, that actually makes sense. That makes so much sense. No. Main 2. Yeah, just normal summon. Now, I do want to read the Hazy Flame Xyz, because that's obviously what we're going for. Target 1 monster your opponent controls is in their graveyard, banish that target. Okay! So we have a payoff, and it's just going to get sniped out from under us by the looks of it. Neat. Unless we give them a Kaiju. Which, honestly, we should have done earlier. We have played badly. It's only one effect per turn, so, you know, there's that. But, let's make a big boy. Right. We summoned Beat Stick. This is the win condition. Anyway. For some reason, I didn't think this would be a card that featured in the deck, but it does make sense. So, let's see what the rest of the deck looks like. Let's see what else they can do. They can clear Anima, or they can put their monster in defense position. They have 2 options. Hopefully they can't just clear this guy. Normal summon. That's fine. Send a fire monster. And tribute this card, special 2 Hazies. Okay, they can get into the boss monster. We have actually lost a Hazy Flame. We completely ballsed it by not taking the Kaiju. I'm not even remotely joking, and that's what's sad. Well, they deserve to win. This would have been a rank-up game, but we, this is a highlight, isn't it? I lost to Hazy Flames. Strongest deck imaginable. Are they wondering about, like, which 2 to special summon or something? Because I would have thought it's just, like, any 2 Hazy Flames, right? Unless they give effects. Yeah. Oh, okay, so you can immediately give it. Oh, you can immediately give it, but okay. Yeah, we're actually, we have severely doomed ourselves. It gains... Does it? Yeah, each material. Right. We're done. Unfortunately. And then what? Do these give it effects? No. 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 Okay, that's fine. This anti-light floodgate is doing so much against this this light deck that we're facing. You know, I'm not going to ask how we lost. We lost from a very simple, idiotic misplay. Do we have ways to get out of this? Yes, but, like, we shouldn't have been here in the first place. This is just target and banish, though, which is actually really strong, and we do have a problem with that. Oh, are we dead? No. I guess they just, like, they really are playing Hazy Flame, and they're playing it well. I do want to look at the deck after this. Okay, what do we have? We have a special summon, and then we have a tribute summon. And you know what it doesn't do? It does lose us the game. You just target target one monster. Yeah, we gotta set it, and that really just feels bad. Especially because, like, it's just target and banish. So, like, we can float into the other one, and we can protect it, but then we're on 1,000, and we just lose anyway. I mean, we just lose if they activate it. It's only if they don't activate it before battle phase, we're fine. Which, yeah. GG's. Me being dum-dum. What's new? Let's just turn that off. You see, this is the only good bit about being a streamer who doesn't really have a huge audience. No one witnessed that in me. Oh. There's a person in chat. You didn't see anything, okay? You. I am addressing you, random spectator. You did not see anything. Next all. Okay, when are we gain a rank? We just had a funky game. It was just it was totally a disconnect. You mean, you know, stream dropped a few frames. That's all it is. Now, okay, but seriously, give me the odds that they are now that my opponent now has a light deck. Just saying. You see, we actually won the last duel. That's what happened. See, we got 2 legacy tickets for that, instead of when we beat Fiendsmith. I did say we'd check out this deck. So it's kind of like they're playing a whole bunch of other cards for the consistency. But, like, I don't know. I feel like there's more you can do. But maybe they've probably been... Actually, no, that's a thing. What did you have to just surrender? Plant Link. I guess they just bricked. Like, Fenrir shouldn't be the end of the world, should it? I mean, you normal summon, banish the one after the normal summon, pretty much. Maybe it is the end of the world. I'm not versed in Plant Link. I have gone against it. I have not played it. One more Master Pack, please. See what we can pull. You know, that is an interesting tip. Craft Beatrice 3 times if you haven't yet. If you get lucky and manage to get a Glossy or Royal and then Dismantle, it will leave you with extra crafting points. If you don't, then you don't lose anything. They aren't wrong. That's another Yangzing. Special summon a Yangzing from your deck in attack position during your opponent's main or battle synchro. It's not a tuner, and it's unaffected by trap effects. That's a pretty cool effect. That's a boss monster. We can summon this. It's just not easy. You need Magnum Up, Destrudo, and Sangan. Because you need to target the Sangan so you can make Destrudo a 4. But it is cool. I don't know if it just goes as an instant include, but it's worth thinking about at the very least. When does the new ban list go into effect? Let's see. New accessories, ranked duels, tryout. 80 million new accessories. Where? Ah, there we go. Upcoming Forbidden Limited list. Let's see. After the maintenance. When is the maintenance? There's maintenance scheduled for today? I think that's already done, right? If I look up Beatrice, it should be banned. I'm just going to look it up in this little deck edit here, but in theory it is just banned, right? Yeah, it's already banned. Oh, you're in chat again. Hello and welcome to the stream, by the way. But that would have been a good tip yesterday. I guess that's something to pay attention to in future. I haven't actually thought about that ever, so I'll keep it in mind for the next FNL list. Because normally I just leave my cards as they are. Like, on my main account, I didn't just decraft Nightmare Throne. Okay. Search. Yeah, there is that. Could do that. Right, let's keep it simple. Clockwork Knight and Sedagai, because if this is Tenpai, they can't synchro summon for any of their main synchro monsters. If it's Ancient Gear, I've done nothing. And I have lost the duel. Pot of Extravagance. It is not Ancient Gear. At least it shouldn't be. Why did they want to go second? Egyptian Gods. That is true. But, like, the crafting points aren't important on this account. It'd be for my main account, so keep it in mind for that. Because if you don't know, this is the, what is it, Master Duel Masochist challenge. Okay, they've got a face down. That one gets them to, what's its face? Metal Reflect. I could book 'em in the entire field. That is a good service. I respect you for it. Sangan, Destroyer of Worlds. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. Battle phase. I think this works so that they don't get it. Because you basically miss the point for it to trigger. Okay, but they have Mirror Force. Which is fine. Sangan dies. Sangan 1. This guy 2. And then we avoid the thing altogether. Special summon this. And Sangan nets us. Destrudo is a pretty good grab. But so is this boy. We could just normal and then basically perpetually remove something. That'll do. And yeah, let's just do this now then. We pitch reality, pop the face down. Oh, I didn't attack. Oh well, it's fine. What are they gonna do? Have the tribute spell in hand? They really are. It's also a link to. So, mistakes were made. But this is fine. Trust. Although 60 card gods with extrav, I don't know what you needed to put in. They just had it. So even if I attacked one of these monsters, it didn't matter. But that's fine, it's a machine now. Slifer the Machine Dragon. 2500. Which is unfortunate, because this will die. Like, I can set it, but that's about it. Yeah, and they tributed over the seed, which ain't great. Torrential. You know, that's actually worth just setting and then leaving. They will summon again. And when they do, that'll be it. Because, you know, normal summoning Raz Disciple, which is the kind of player they would be. Nope. Okay, that's fine. If monster is normal, special summoned. Okay, so I kind of, like, have to be the guy to trigger it. That is a special summon and it doesn't immediately die, but the problem is... Oh wait, no, that's the exact point, right? And Torrential. Still should have cleared their, what is it, their last token, because it would just mean it's Slifer and they don't have another body for plays, I guess. But it didn't end up mattering all that much. Right, we can remove any major problem card they have. Okay, you can special summon the Slifer and you can just kill me? Seems that way. Now, this is not the kind of thing I can pretend to understand. They have a 60-card deck and they've drawn a one-off Monster Reborn. Isn't a one-off pot of extravagance. I am gonna be livid when I look at their deck building, aren't I? I just know it. Okay, I think we do it for the life point gain. So we just go battle phase and activate. It plays into the Charmies and C, but it is extra life points, and we are low on those. The Unchained card that's left in deck doesn't... No, does work. From Handle Grave, so the Unchained trap wouldn't be terrible to draw at this point. Magical Mallet, mark of a great deck, you know. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the whole hand is terrible. Surprise. Okay, now what? You've done an entire mulligan. When you take 1,000 draw, well, I'm not going to deal you any battle damage if you set a guy, you know? Yamato Ororochi. Oh wait, I deal piercing, right? So this is worth it. Yes. Come forth. Best boy. Battle phase? Don't know how much defense you've got, but no, that's it. Very much worth it. It won us the game. Fantastic. Right, and that means we can finally do the proficiency thing. it also means I'm going to look at my opponent's deck. Yep, this is definitely an anime deck, you know. 3 Obelisk, 2 Slifer, 2 Ra, 2 Sphere, Phoenix. Oh my god, 2 Reload, 2 Mallet. The 1, 1, and 1, but not 2 of this. Drowning Mirror Force. You're playing both Fist of Fate and the Sun God Unification. I guess that does make sense because you're trying to get the cycle going. But you're also playing, like, all 3 of them in the same deck. And, like, none of the support that makes the other 2 worth it, really. Like, this is fine, but you wouldn't do it. So, let's take a little break. Let's take our 5 legacy tickets. And let's find out what we gotta do. Clear condition. Special summon from grave. That's not gonna happen all that often. What is the name of this card? It is Some Summer Summoner. Scarecore Lightheart that was linked summoned is sent to your graveyard. Supposing you only control 1 monster and Lightheart is able to activate its effect, which of these cannot be the monster you control? You can control this. You can control this. I think it's Astrolaud. Yeah, because Astrolaud is a fusion which requires it. It is White Aura Whale. Fantastic card. This is the Fabled Abnak? Abank, even? Your opponent activates Branded Fusion, and you activate infinite impermanence that you had in the same column. In response... Oh, the Branded Fusion is applied. It's not that imperm is negated... Okay, it doesn't matter. We'll get to it later. If another card... Oh, wait, no, it'd be if the imperm is removed. Sorry. I know why that is. If another card you control is destroyed by battle, Zeus can attach from your deck. Oh, wait, no, the exception. Sorry. It's the... I'm just not reading after that one. You special summoned this using this. Then you link summoned this during your opponent's next turn. Right, so tribute this card, special summon 1, level 2 or 3. So I think it's special summoning this. You can tribute this card, target a ritual, add to your hand or special summon it. So it's this one, because it's not properly ritual summoned. The effect of Telemant's Kaleido Heart that allows you to target 1 card your opponent controls, shuffle it into the deck, requires what kind of monster in your graveyard? I think it's Aqua. Yeah, we just scraped by on that one a little bit. But yeah, the Zeus one, he can attach from deck, he can attach from extra, and I'm not sure, I guess he can attach from hand as well. I didn't look at those explanations. And the Imperm versus Branded Fusion one is because Imperm was still in the same column. So that's the reason for that. Anyway, we're in gold. We can collect our legacy tickets now because we got a good number, but, you know, it was mainly about the, it was mainly about those 5 from the test. Wait, we have a Destiny Hero Fusion monster. We pulled Fusion Destiny, but this requires a Fusion monster as material. And this is the only Destiny Hero Fusion monster we have, so this is completely unable to be used. It's a cool pull, though. That's neat, but not really playable. More Floodgates for the Floodgate deck. It's not an activated effect, so Inspector Border doesn't stop it. Helios. I don't think we have Macrocosmos. Duck Dummy, nope, it's Gemini. Flying Red Carp is one of the, like, this is one of the most pack filler cards of recent history. Anyway. Chunk Dragonlet. If you control a Synchro, you can special this. You can only special if when a Synchro declares an attack, gains 800. That's interesting, but we're not on Synchros consistently enough. Target Cyburst, neither player takes battle damage. It cannot be destroyed by that battle. That's good if we play Cyburst. Muko. Both players see the card and discard them. If it's the Fiendsmith card... No, that doesn't draw, that adds. This is specifically drawing. I still don't think it's good enough for us. Just a Dragon Capture Jar, yeah, sure. Hero Kid, is that our first Hero Kid? It's not. But it needs to be special summoned. Horde Imp is not playable, nor is that. Rising Air Current is specifically for wins. Double Snare is not particularly great. Rare Gold. No. It's kind of in combination with, like, what is it exactly, V-Jam? Or it's in combination with anything equipped with Moon Mirror. Black Feather Beacon, Edge Imp, DDDs, Orcus World Legacy. Alright, that wraps up the Legacy tickets. Hello. How could you guess? It is indeed Master Duel Masochist. And we are actually winning a lot more than last stream. Well, at least it looks to be that way. So, fingers crossed, it's going well at the moment, you know. But yeah, welcome to the channel, and welcome to the stream. It's not our first one of that. Why is that? Fusion Summon Dark Lord. This one is new. This is from the new pack, actually, so we got this pretty quick. That's interesting. But the problem is, I don't think we're on a water deck, really. Like, we can add to... Oh. We have Dragoonities. We have a number of Dragoonities, actually. This is a neat guy to have. Quick effect, summon and equip. Target up to 2 cards, banish them. That is actually really neat to have. Proxy Dragon's okay. Ooh, I love this guy. Artifact, level 6 though. Really spicy. It's the older brother of Silver Sentinel, which is level 4. Most formats I play are either non-archetypal or just normal Yu-Gi-Oh. That's... okay. I can get behind normal Yu-Gi-Oh. I like normal Yu-Gi-Oh. But I thought I'd do this challenge simply because it was, like, kind of neat, and it's just like, yeah, sure, that seems like a fun thing to do. It was. Last stream was not. We can't... Oh no, wait, we do actually have a number. Nobody plays much else now, like being on even footing. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, hello, Mysteries. Welcome back. It's been some time since I've seen you, but it's been some time since I've been streaming Master Duel, so there's that. Doing alright. A lot better this stream than last one. Speaking of the new pack, no, this is a master pack. Tribute monsters whose total levels equal 11 or more. It's not Nibiru, it's the kind of counterpart to Nibiru. You work in tandem with it, or against it. Like, your opponent Nibiru's you bring out this. Like, this is playable for us, but on the one hand, we don't summon enough to get hit by Nibiru. And on the other hand, we aren't summoning Nibiru ourselves, we don't have one. No, the guy inside of Nibiru is an alt art. With, like, it's... I can probably bring it up on stream, right? Let me just, Nibiru alt art. Can I... Yeah. Go onto images and main screen. Can I just... Yeah, I can do that. Let's just flip this around for a second. But yeah, this is the alt art for Nibiru. This guy here. So it's not actually Nibiru, although it does look pretty close. Maybe they're related, you know? Maybe they're cousins. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, white screen jump scare. Which one was in the token then? I just think it's the alt art, because in theory the meteor crashes down and it breaks. At least that's what I'd get from it. But yeah, this is a pull, and I don't know if we can do things with it, but it exists. That was a master pack. That's kind of crazy. 2 cards from the new pack, like right out the gate. Tyre is just the second cousin. Yeah, something like that. Also, I've forgotten that I need to change the 3 main cards for this, because I changed around some stuff. And let's mark that I changed around some stuff by just, you know, all the fun. Only fun allowed, right? Seed. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Okay, and let's hopefully just kind of keep this going. Because, I don't know, I'm starting to get a little bit optimistic about today's stream. I genuinely wasn't when I, you know, started about an hour ago. Because I guess neither of you were here for yesterday's stream. Maybe you've seen it, but we went on a 12-loss streak from Duel 1 through Duel 12 in Silver 3. That was. It was just no end to it. In a pretty rough time. Did not have a good time. And so we've changed up the deck. We've put in, yeah, please max see me or something. It'd be funny. Do it. You know you wanna. Hit it with impact. I've had that happen to me before. I've crafted up, like, yeah, the last UR you need, and then you go back and you open some random pack, and it's just like, hey, look, that one that I just crafted, sweet. It's a great way for me to spend my gems. Okay, so we're against Blackwings, which means what? We don't survive the turn? I don't know. I don't think they OTK, which means in theory we should be able to get a Kaiju out. But they are searching like, they're searching 3 cards off of this 1 normal summon, so that's just a little bit. Yeah. This is gaming. What can you possibly not have after doing this? Okay, yeah, they just have fullest of full combos. I think, in my own self-interest, I might actually pay the life point cost. Because that does mean I don't get destroyed by battle this turn. That will save me 1900 per monster, so we're going to do that now before they establish negates or anything. Or before they establish Tax Dragon. Because, yes, they have their own Tax Dragon. I'm not sure if it's in the related cards here. It should be. It's not. Related cards to this boy. Yeah, this guy. And it is a dragon. Speaking of dragon, pay the cost, we hate life points, brought to you by Punk Gang. Yeah, like, everyone says life points don't matter. I find they do. I find they do a lot. Not just in this, but, like, the actual deck I tend to play is Sacred Beasts. And you'd be surprised how often life points don't matter until you summon a monster that's like, but my attack is your life points, you know? My attack is the difference. They've resolved this twice in a turn. I think we just very soundly lose the duel. I'd like to be optimistic, but we have got the Deep Grave for next turn. We have got this, which is currently indestructible, but is still just 1900, and we've got this with one counter. In theory, we can search Kaiju for next turn. We can use Relinquish Anima to snatch it. Life points are a 1 and a 0, aiming for 0.01 because it's funnier. I mean, you can get down to 1 life point in Yu-Gi-Oh! But you can't get lower. Because you just keep halving and halving and halving, and then you hit 1. And then what happens when you halve 1? Excuse you. Oh, come on. But I've already paid the thingamajig. Don't negate its effects, it's already applied. Meanie. I'm dead this turn, aren't I? But yeah, if you have 1 in Master Duel, or in Yu-Gi-Oh! In general, what happens? You have 1. Because that's how the game rules work. 1 life point is infinite. I don't like this. I feel like I'm in worse danger than I think I am. What do we have? Banish this, target face up, destroy it. Oh, no, this is a black winged, so that's not currently live. That's a hand effect, and you've banished 1. So you don't have either of those. It is just you getting into Tax Dragon, or the Towers Incarnate. Mephist! Yeah, they're playing Tax. Once per turn during your opponent's standby phase, inflict 300. So that's 9. Each time your opponent sets a spell or trap, inflict 300. Well, I'm not going to set a spell trap. I'm going to kaiju one of your various monsters next turn. Because this exists and it has 3 counters. Type one of your Blackwing monsters or Black-Winged monsters. Banish or less attack. Shuffle, summon. Okay. So what? We have a 1200 against 72 at the moment. Which is only 1,000 points away from death. So I think we die. Oh wait, no. Battle faded. Right. I think we're nearly dead. What do you do? Target up to 2 face-up monsters, destroy those, cannot conduct your battle phase. No, you want to hit me this turn, right? You've got way over lethal. So you're not doing that. At least I assume you're not. Yep. That's fine. Well, it's not even indestructible anymore. It's just a 0 attack monster. It's just... Damn it, Black Wings. What can we do? You just destroying it? Is that what we're doing? Oh, he vanished? It is indestructible. It's still indestructible. I'm just dead. I can't believe it. Well, I'll let them finish out the attacks. Why the... Yeah. Yeah. Another duel where Light Imprisoning Mirror would have done nothing. And we lost. Woo! Chase them L's. just respond to that one. Anyway... Yep. Jump back into it. Nothing was wrong. We just went against a Blackwing player. Right, go first. It's been working out for us so well, you know? Right. The hand makes a 7. That's about it. So, let's just set. Now, if they have spell trap removal, they'll use the spell trap removal on it. That's the hope. And then once they do that, we can put Destrudo in the graveyard. This hand isn't one that really does it. The other one did it because we had interaction. Sure. I don't think I have... Oh yeah, it's like, my trap isn't live until it gets destroyed, so I can just browse other things at the moment. Just go through Discord things. Look, Fiendsmith hit the field. More intense music. Because, you know, he's just a very high impact card. Normal summon the Max C. They had it. They just didn't use it. I'm gonna queue up some music for if I have to go sort something out at some point. Let's... Well, actually, no. Let's just keep this rolling. And yeah, I don't have to activate anything yet because they aren't popping my feet. They aren't popping my face down. If it's got fusion sun toggle, okay. Right. So, how do we beat Fiendsmith with this hand? I don't think we do, but again, we've surrendered a good many duels. Quick effect, negate the number of face-ups. That still doesn't pop anything. That's a negate, but that's a negate before they get to anything else. It's like, they do have other things, they will do other things, it's just Fiendsmith first, and then whatever the deck does. In this case, that is Labyrinth. Yeah, let's just go next. And speaking of go next, I do actually need to go sort something out. So, let me get back to menu with the volume adjuster. Right. Be right back. And we're back. Hope you enjoyed that little stint. Because, yeah, we're now getting back into the climbing. Right. We're in gold at the very least. I was very, very worried about this stream that we wouldn't manage to get, like, 2 wins, you know? And, yeah, we're already beating that metric. We've got 3. Which is amazing. We're going first. Don't like seeing that, but the last time we did see it, we ended up doing okay, I think. Although, as far as these things go, that's not terrible. So we set, I think, yeah, set Metaverse, set this, and set the Unchained Trap. The monster can't be destroyed, puts a counter. Metaverse gets us either Kaiju Field Spell or Dark Sanctuary, depends on what's more relevant. We can find out in a minute. Okay. Let's just do it now, see what happens. Because they could have an Ash for it. They do not. Okay. I'll activate this. Good luck. The monsters are, you know, unaffected during the main phase. That is true. Who cares? I have got battle phase activations, thank you. Add a Tenpai. This probably does still lose to a Tenpai, because this is indestructible, and I need to negate the effects of a face-up card, like, at the right time. Because... add it to your hand, special summon. This is at the end of the damage step. This is... when is it? Just once per turn during the battle phase quick effect, so... you know, we have problems there immediately. Although... at the start of the damage step. So... take that. Take that. What if you couldn't attack that many times, you know? What if that's the thing? Because this is 2 attacks declared, right? If 3 or more attacks have been declared. Yeah, this is 2 attacks having been declared and being unsuccessful. Target a fire dragon, special summon it. Also, you can. Yeah, that's fine. Ah, no. That is unfortunate. Yeah, this is unfortunate, because they could start just going into a mayhem frenzy. But this is indestructible. It is just Marshmallow. And they still have to deal with Dark Sanctuary. Which means they have to get into the other one. So... your opponent cannot activate cards or effects during the battle phase. Yeah. Needs to be using this card you control. So, this doesn't make the 10, but this does. Problem is, they're not going to attack into this with this, and even if they do, they just tag out, basically. Because as long as they have a 3 on the field, they can quick synchro. It's on... oh, it's just... no, it's not just as long as they have a 3, it's as long as they have a main deck. Black Rose Dragon. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, go for it. Activate. Yeah, you summon first. Okay, sure, you get a draw, but there's one problem. I just pitch and I just kill this. Because I summon second. Actually, it doesn't matter. Let's see. 3,000. It's close. I think we keep the monster. Anyway. So yeah, nice battle phase. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, I needed that. Look at this. Look at that. They just surrendered to Abominable Unchained. Plus one unknown card in hand. They just couldn't be bothered to deal with it. Oh, it's fantastic. I'm not... what, Juraghetto would have done it? Like, legitimately, that's the card that would have done it, I think. I don't think there's anything else. Oh well, they weren't to know, I guess. Again, we're getting new cards. Declare one normal monster card. Then if you go... Oh, wait. We have more stuff for the Pacifist deck. Ooh. This is really good. That is really solid. Also, we got the Valmonica card. That's kind of neat. Wait, we have one of the two scale. Do we have the other scale? If this card is sent from the handle field to the graveyard, you can place resonance counters, so it has 3. If we have even one of the Link monsters, that's really funny. We don't have Silent Swordsman? No, we have level 5, don't we? I think we have level 5. When an effect of an attack position, negate change defense. It is an effect negation. That is interesting. Oh, we've got 5 tickets, we might as well open those. That win from Tenpai has been very fortuitous to us. Tributing 1 DDD. Now, the DDDs are typically bigger monsters. But... it's just a 1 scale as well. Before damage, activate. Yeah. Yep. It's basically a big battle phase thing. Okay. Place 1 spellstone counter, max 1, gains 300, remove. That's not particularly great. That's okay, but it's not good. That is passable. It is basically Rota. Kind of. But that would be something. We need much heavier stun to make that work. That doesn't work. That's not great. This is like half decent in like a very basic Monarch build. But it just doesn't work for us, no. That doesn't... let's see... monsters, and you can control as many or fewer monsters currently on the field gain. No. Because your opponent needs to control something, and most times we're actually in a bad position when that's the case, you know? So... let's just check deck for a minute. Because, this is a good card. Like, this is a negate. Granted, they have to be in an attack position, but that's any normal summon. It's Tenpai. I think we just include it. I know we just cut our deck size down to try and make it a little bit more viable. But I think we do just, like, have this one in. And people actually pop in our set spell traps. This has to be in the grave. Does this have to be in the grave? No, this is just if destroyed, so that could get banished. That's like an upside. But I think we saved that. That's good stuff. And while we're here, Dragon then needs an upgrade because we have Gorm. And do we do anything about the rest of this? I don't know. The rank 4 is okay, but I don't think we play it. The rank 7 we can actually make. It's just while it has material. Can't be destroyed by... Yeah, this is just Tax Dragon. Although your opponent can attack over it, but that's fine. Yeah, this hasn't had an update in some time, but Gorm is a really good card. Let's see. That is... Why have we got this guy in? Just Pendulum Scales for the sake of it? Dragon? Oh, we're playing this still. Okay, so there's that. Dragoonity +1 non-tuners. So it's actually pretty easy to make. But it is a dragon, which means it doesn't help us make any of the others. We could possibly update this deck with some like winged beasts. Yeah, let's have a look at what winged beasts we have. Because the last one we included in this deck is you. So what have we got since then? You can activate one of these effects during the end phase, draw one card. Ooh. And it's level 3. I don't know if that actually means anything for us, but it is level 3. It's level 4. And we don't really have... No, that's high-end tuner. That helps us make 7. Which is this. 6 just is not particularly specific. Dragon Tuner +1 non wing beasts. I think this is going to be a bit difficult to make actually, because we still need a decent level tuner. But it's not a bad card. Are we playing any other like 3s because it's just a tight level 4 or lower special it? That is pretty good. We're not really playing any others for the sake of them being like this level or this kind of thing. You can normal summon if you control a Blackwing. If this card is normal summon, change the battle position. And it's a Dragon Tuner, non-tuner wing beast. I think we have 2s, don't we? There's a 2. That's a 2. That's a 2. Although that one doesn't work for it, right? Dragon Tuner. Which makes it specifically this guy. So we cut this. Put this in. It's draw power. We've got 4 of this somehow. I don't think we have unexpected die. Or at least not one that's like ours properly. 1500 or less, you say? No, I don't quite think it's worth it. That's a double tribute, which is unfortunate. This is a double tribute. That is a winged beast indeed, but I don't think we need it. No. No. And no. I think we've got what we need for the update to this deck, I guess. At least for the moment. We have other Blackwings, just not any other particularly decent Blackwings. That doesn't self-summon unlike Gallus, so that's probably a no-go. This locks you in. That one is good if you can first get an Xyz monster on the field. This doesn't lock you, but you need to control nothing. You can normal summon without tribute if your opponent controls. And that's a bounce. It's a wall. It's something to think about. the wrong attribute, but it is something. Do we need these rockets? That's a Dragon Tuner. During the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was destroyed by battle or by card effect. Oh yeah, so right, you can use one of these to like special a different card from deck. I think that's what we were going for. And it doesn't look like we've really got much else, so yeah. Okay, we can just say that's it. This is our Pacifist deck, right? Yeah, so the Primate card just goes in. This probably just goes in. And we now need to cut a couple cards from it. Target a worm. Oh yeah, it's a worm because of the field spell. That's for waters. That's regarding water. Target a banished card, return it to the grave. That seems like the least worth it. So probably cut that one. Icebarn is funny. And probably kind of useful. Summon a worm. What worms do we have? Oh yeah, we have small sword soul bit, don't we? And we actually have one of these which we've pulled, which means we have a target for this. I kind of like how this is. We put this in because reasons. Oh, because we can do this. Like, we actually can. Special summon from your hand or deck. Dinosaur normal. Right, that's the problem. Dinosaur normal from hand or deck. You can shuffle one normal monster from your grave into the deck. So, yeah, we can do it. It just doesn't help out any. What does ground... This Xeno? Yeah, ground Xeno. Add a dinosaur tuner or dinosaur normal. Then destroy one card in your hand. This is a dinosaur normal. And this is Rota. It doesn't do anything if this card is destroyed, so I guess we leave it. Is there any reason for this? Target a Therian or Aqua. Dragons, worms. The Aqua exactly this guy. That's a bit rough. Yeah, that's a synergy that doesn't exist. Water monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle with non-water. Is good. I mean, I think for the moment, like, we can obviously lab this out when we come back to it at some point, if we do. But, yeah. I think we continue with what we've got. It's playing well enough. If we draw a decent enough hand and our opponent is dumb. Like, honestly, the Tenpai player probably did have that match if they just went another turn. If they had any other starter. We get the choice of the coin flip, which is always fun. Whether it's going to help us out is different, but I think it's a good sign. I'll take it as a good sign, at least. So this is a set 3 and pass, right? Set 1, activate this, and yeah, you know what? Set 3. Good luck. If that is your real name, Wolford. What are the odds this is a player versus what are the odds this is a bot? Set 1. Set 2. Clee. Yeah, you can go for that. This isn't going to do anything, but they don't know that. Also Klee. Now, us negating their effects is not going to help us out that much. You negate a Klee monster's effect and it becomes a big beat stick. Pend 1 or Pend 2? That's the question. Pend 1. Pend 2. Okay, that's fine. I don't know why you'd summon this one out. Yeah, sure, you need 3 tributes for the good Klee. Oh. Yeah. I have realised a thing. Right, so that happens. I think, just to get it going, we want that. Okay, we do it. Ah, but it doesn't do because reasons? I think that was simply because they hit this instead. Right. Towers is unaffected. Make your opponent send 1 monster from their hand or side of the field. Okay, so we can do something about this. Like, rather easily. How do we do this? I think set this, right? I said set this and I just summoned it, but okay, that's fine. I have some thingamajigs. I don't know what the thingamajigs be, but I am half scared of... That is Towers access. I have Battle Fader in hand. They need to choose their zones carefully, and I'm not sure if they know this. Okay. So, I end the turn here. Now, in theory, he's not actually tributing the Helix, which will be a mistake. If he tributes this one, we're possibly just set. Let's see what he searches. That's the skill drain-esque card, yes? Yes. Oh, Pendulum Summon. More monsters. Okay, disc. And that's if tribute summon, so yeah, I hope he tributes this one. No. It's okay. If we draw a monster next turn, this is still fine. Right, so it's just unaffected, right? Unaffected by spell trap effects and by activated monster effects. Okay, so we don't do any of that. We just pitch Battle Vader. It means they have to attack into it with this. We need a monster that can go here. It just needs to be a single monster, that's all it is. Anything will do. I'm not going to stop you. Take the damage. Do you think they're going to attack in with the other ones? They are. Okay, that one missed. Don't do anything. Do they attack it with the other one? I do not mind taking your life points down 800 at a time. Maybe it'll die if I hit it this time. Yeah, on a very serious sense, we do just kind of win if we can get to a normal summon. It's not the normal summon I was thinking of. And for that reason, it actually doesn't work. What can we do? I need to get to Transverser. And that's the issue. I can... what's the face down again? I know what the face down is. It's... where is it? We saw it. This. Okay. So, I'm pretty sure we do just battle phase, hit this. They can pendulum summon back the other guys. But banish it when it leaves the... Ooh, but banish it when it leaves the field. So... hit this. That's going to the grave anyway. It does not matter. Okay. But that doesn't, like... it applies from now. So that's fine. That goes to your extra deck. We'll leave that. They can search, but it's gonna cost them. And that's what we're banking on. Now they can... oh, they can do... if they're on 2 towers, we might just lose about here. Unless they play into towers. There is a chance they just play into the towers. It's fine. Its effects are negated. Banish it when it leaves the field. We get rid of Fenrir. It sounds crazy, but we get rid of Fenrir. They haven't searched, which means they're not on 2 towers. Yeah, I'll pay the 1,000. It's a tax, but, okay, we have to avoid the battle phase as well for our victory over towers. Or, like, we have to hit this, is what I mean, sorry. Because we have to Transverser. Okay. Discord's bugging out. Again, any normal summonable monster. Okay, that's not normal summonable, but that does it. Activate. Moon Mirror Shield. Battle phase. Just hit it, forehead. Right. We're all good now. The deck has been outed. I didn't really think about that being an option. Now, I guess related to this, can I look at Skybase? Unaffected by spell traps. Yeah, so they're both unaffected by spell traps, and of course the monsters on the field that are going to activate probably just don't care about memory loss. Okay, hold on. It's towers too. This is still fine. We just ditch V-Jam. It's the only correct course of action. Now what? This thing can still activate its effects. And even if it can't, like, you've used your tribute summon. I can just out this one. What are you adding to hand? Are you adding a third? You just need to add a tribute summon and tribute this thing, you know? That is literally all that needs to happen. Because then you can pop the Moon Mirror Shield. But then you are still left with Dark Sanctuary, and if you're not running Skybase or a third Towers, I'm kind of set. Stealth. Tribute summoned, type 1 card, return it to hand. That's fine. I still just clear Towers. And for that reason, we just set a card and call it a day. Battle. Attack. Clear the Towers again. These things all get boosted by 500 when the Towers leaves the field, basically. That's completely fine. That just doesn't matter. I'm still hitting Towers. And then this is 21 anyway, so none of them are beating over it. Unless this gets tribute summoned. But if that's getting tribute summoned, they're probably just bouncing this back to hand. Realistically. They're gonna return Wicked Witch. It's just what makes sense. Clockwork. Okay, that's scary. It's now optimal to let this die. But they could just take the burn damage. Like, they only need to miss 3. And they need to hit 4. So, there's that. Ah, chain links. Do they know? They do. What's your target? If it's the Moon Mirror Shield, that's just the wrong one. Yeah, they've chosen wrong. Yeah, that's like just actually factually incorrect. Because the Moon Mirror Shield literally just comes back. Right. They can kill me this turn. Which I think means we do just put it to the top. We put it to the top. And it should be okay. They're playing 3 Towers. They tribute summon this turn. They can summon it out next turn, though. Moon Mirror is equal to original. Oh, they haven't Pendulum summoned. That is a... we could just be dead. That is entirely an option. On the other hand, they could whiff 3 attacks. That's one of them. We can't let them hit that one. They can hit this, but that's it. Direct attack. Does it work? No. Okay, that's fair. Can't work all the time, can it? What's happened to Discord? Let me just check up on it real quick. Anyway, back. What's going on? Anyway. Don't know why I just exited that screen. Didn't need to. This person plays Master Duel. Discord just seems to have crashed on me, so I guess no more Discord for the moment. Okay, we may be going second, but this is a pretty strong going second, you know? Kaiju, special summon, normal summon, steal the Kaiju. I'll take it. Like, even if they set one pass, we're in a very strong position. They're not setting one and passing, but just saying, you know, if they did. So, Link, then Banish. Are they playing Sword Soul, or are they playing Tenyu? They can be playing both, but if they're playing Sword Soul, we are still in an okay position, just not, you know, as favourable. Let's put it that way. It does appear they're playing Sword Soul. Well, they've gone about this just, like, wrong. Yeah, like... just on a very simple, fundamental level, why... Yeah, my mic's picking up. On a very simple, fundamental level, how do you mess that up? Are they on just a structure deck? No, they're on the full thing. Because, yeah, the play is summon, Link summon. Let's see. Oh, no, okay. You don't necessarily need to. They use this one, tribute one, add one, or if you tributed a non-effect special. So, yeah, you do link into this, you then do this to get to Moye, and then that's your Sword Soul combo. They just misplayed that. And yeah, Surrender gets you, like, you know, 3 legacy tickets, because of course it does, right? So, let's open those now. See what we can get from Bag of Wonders. What? Thing in the Crater. Pyro Recruiter. Floater. Battle Thingamajig. Insect. Defense positions. Face up. No. That doesn't seem particularly great. That's for unions. And... 1 level 4 normal monster. No. I don't think that's particularly optimal for me in any sense. Alright, let's go again. Something has really buggered with my Discord. I can still see the, like, icon for me being in Discord. I don't know. I'll probably have to, like, close and restart laptop. Doesn't matter. Thunder Dragon. Ah, Thunderstorm Mech. Okay. Sylvan card. I didn't mean to open them all. A Dragon Maid. Incantation. A Centurion card. And a Melodious. And what's the... Oh. It's just Chemicrosis. Okay. We have a couple Dragon Maids, right? It's possibly something. Hello. Welcome to the channel, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good time. Right, let's jump into the next duel. I don't think any... well, I don't think any of that changes our deck. I know none of that changes our deck. We just keep it going. See how high into gold we can actually push this stream. Yeah, doing alright. This stream is going a lot better than the last one, so I'm in pretty good spirits. And we've had a couple duels to make us laugh. And I am ever so slightly... Would you be willing to play in a bit? Just made a new deck. Yeah, could do. I am not sure whether I should be scared or not of whatever they're doing. So we'll set 2 and a monster. I'm also surprised that that's a legal name, but I guess, you know, you can't get everything. It's not that it's, like, racist or offensive or anything. It's just that, you know, multiplayer systems have long since, you know, tightened up restrictions on what people can and cannot use. Tistina. Is it just actually Tistina? I think we do okay against this. We don't really have disruption, but we can get rid of a spell trap, and I think they need that. Okay, so they're getting rid of that. No, I think we have this. And yeah, I guess I could take a break from doing this to just like have a regular duel. Right. There's the field spell. During your main phase... what if we just said no? What if no field spell? Make a new deck every day? That sounds like a lot of work. That sounds a bit tiring. No more resources. Oh, okay. Just doing it until you're completely depleted of dust. I can respect it. I think we just normal summon Yugioh. Seems okay. Just hit it. Hello there. Am I being heard? Am I reconnected to Discord? Oh wait, I might be reconnected to Discord. Huh, Discord stopped being buggy. Right. Discord noise just scared me. Yeah, sorry, I was like connected to Discord for a while, and then it's just kind of like bugged out for a little bit, closed itself, and I just, Oh, Discord, okay, it was just like a bit of an outage, okay. In your hand, to see the monsters control, your opponent controls a face-down monster. Damn, it can attack directly. Okay, we are out of disruption for the moment. I could have special summoned this, tribute summon the Dogfighter, but I don't think it's worth it. Oh no, Yugioh. It's fine. I can steal this with this. If this is destroyed, if this card is in your graveyard. I think purely on the fact that it's Tistina, we're doing okay. That's funny. Also, do we just do it? No. Let's steal this, and then tribute summon over. What are you scared of? I flip summoned a level 1 monster. Do you know what it does? Okay. Right. Anima to steal. Tribute summon the Dogfighter. Dogfighter will summon tokens. We can summon out Destrudo next turn. There's no reason to rush this. And yeah, let's just... It also means we can make Borreload have a negate. Because we do have a hell of a boss monster, but it doesn't ever happen, you know? We never have a Link in the grave. Right, and comes the standby phase, we get a token. It is Tistina, so I'm not sure what I'm expecting. But this feels about right. I can make a synchro for Yazi, and if this guy gets destroyed, it's kind of like all the better, almost. Okay, you're basically Archetypal Searcher. At least I think, if I'm understanding that right. The face down or this card? The face down hasn't done anything for you, so let's see what it is, I guess. Embrace. When your opponent activates a monster effect on the field, you need a 3000 or more. You basically need the boss monster to use it. That's why. Okay, they get the field spell. They look like they're about to be able to start doing things, but I think we are about to as well. Oh, it's not the field spell. Continuous. Target face up. Change the face down, add Tistina. Okay. Send this, place the Divine. Okay. During main phase, send it to Tistina. 3 or more face-up cards. I control 2. And you can't put tokens face down, so good luck there. What happens if I destroy this green one? Nothing. Assault Synchron. That's interesting. I can make a negate. I think I should. The thing is, it only takes a normal summon as well. So it saves us on some damage. This is probably the first time it's going to have an impact. Maybe that's incorrect. But, it broke again. Discord's having a moment, is it? It has a negate. Fear it. Anyway, we go battle. We attack him with a token. And then attack directly. And attack for 3k. We have a negate. We have a trap that's not being used. We have a dogfighter that's summoning cards. Is it negate destroy? Negate activation. So we want to negate this one. We'll put it in defense position. It kind of has to go into animal zones now, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. And yeah, we negate that one. Now, it's you can only use, so that's still fine, right? Yeah. Success! $100 gems. 2 legacy tickets, and I'm kind of curious. It is pretty much just a Tistina deck. Like, it feels weird that you wouldn't just play, like, the third one of this. Maybe they don't quite have the dust for it. Come on, stop. Yeah. I don't need those notifications, and they're popping up in a very annoying spot. Right, let's just quickly go to the shop. I'll open some packs. And then, yeah, sure, I can open up a, I could open up a duel room, and I could give you a game. I could give you a game with a very incompetent deck, but a deck. See what you're about. Gains 800. It's not terrible for the warrior deck, that other card. And the rest of these are awful. What's your friend code? I don't think we need friend codes, right? It's just, I'm not confident with it. I think it's just like the duel room. Right? Oh, and you're not confident with your deck? Yeah, okay. Maybe the Masochist deck is correct then. A Vylon, a Gen X. No. Okay. We got a rather crazy pull pretty early on, which is the Gen X Link one. That is a draw card. Discard a normal trap and draw 2. I don't know if we play that, but like that's certainly a thing. Anyway, yeah, if you haven't like done duels versus people that isn't just on ladder, ones that you're actually arranging, all you do is like you go here, go to the duel room, create a room. This'll do. Yeah, it's fine. Create room, and then room details. All you need to do is go into your room and put in this room ID, and then you'll join. And then, yeah. There is a lot of talk in Tournament Channel. Right. And he's... I take it this is you? It's my Discord, probably. But I take it this is you in the duel room then, yes? Good stuff. You're going against the current deck. Best of luck to you. W frame on now. It's a good frame, and while I remember, just in case, I don't know how well it works, but we're gonna find out. I do have a Mirror Force in deck. Oh, this kind of blocks my own field a little bit, actually. You're going first anyway, so I have a little bit of time to set this up. I can just shift it around a little bit. I'm not confident in my own deck, geez. Maybe the... Okay. Like... Yeah, sure, there's a degree of that, but on the other hand... Okay, that's actually plenty big enough. What is that? Just on the off chance, I am putting a hand block in so you can't see exactly what my hand is. You might see what I draw if you want to see stream snipe, but it's just on the off chance, you know. I need all the help I can get. Let me have this, cause I ain't beating this. And yeah, if this is the newest deck you made, I'm not surprised you have no resources. Those are some unfortunate banishes. Oh wait, the banishes are face down. No, it's budget. What do you mean it's budget? It's it's Kashtira. This guy's at 1, so it's 1 UR. The unicorn is at... Where is unicorn? 2? So that's 2 UR. You need 1 UR for a Rise Heart. There you go. There's not really much budget to it, you know? This is budget cash. It's still gonna cook me. Let's see. Once per chain just attach a banished card. Okay. Are you using that effect? You are using that effect. Well, how about no? Banish this. You are not summoning back anything, I guess. Attach 1 banish card. Yeah, that's the unfortunate part. I'm not sure I can beat that. There's Unicorn. Okay, cool. I don't have anything engraved, so this doesn't matter. Yep. And it's, what is it? Once per turn, detach 3, target card, banish it face down. I can't hit over anything. W steel. Oh, yeah, the... what is it? The time breaker. It's not... yeah, it's not terrible. I think I kind of just have to say... have at it, probably. Like, I can't get away without activating that, at the very least. I mean, what are you banishing, though? You're banishing that. Okay. Bye-bye. And then attach again. I mean, I know you need testing for a deck, mate. And I know you're not confident in the deck. Are you familiar? Are you familiar with what a Duel Masochist challenge is? Even, like, budget cash is going to completely outstrip anything I can do. I should really stop clicking between my cards. You see, you are watching a Master Duel stream, but the Master Duel stream in question is a challenge. Challenge in question is that, you start a fresh account with 10 Master Packs, and you keep ramping your way up, that you only open 1 Master Pack per win. Stop trying to banish my cards, please. I like them on my field. And basically, the Masochist challenge means that you just don't have a competent deck. You have a pile of cards. I can switch to a regular account. I can switch to, like, you know, a decent deck. But, man is determined to avoid battle traps, I guess. I have a pile of cards. You do have a pile of cards. That is true. No. The tech cards. You see, the thing is, this is a legacy ticket. So it's not even like this is, Tell you what, poor budget player. You may have this. Look what I pulled. Oh, you got Necroface. Although that doesn't work if you banish it face down. You are aware of that, right? Cards with banish effects only work when banished face up. No card triggers when banished face down. I have a feeling you're not planning on attacking for game anytime soon. You see, now it's banished. 25 to 31. I might just deck you out, you know. Yeah, you're clear. Like, as fun as this is, you're clearly not planning on attacking. Like, you just aren't planning on hitting me. You're planning on, like, blocking up all the zones. And as fun as that happens, I can't beat that. Not with, like, this. I could, I would attack if I had the field. You had the field on the previous turn. You had, like, you know, I don't know, 10,000 points of damage. I can duel you with a regular deck. It does mean, like, changing account. How far are we into this? How is today looking? 6 wins in 11 duels. Oh, we're slightly over 50% today. That's kind of decent. Yeah, if you, like, let me just turn off this screen capture. Bear with for a second. Let me swap accounts. And I will go and get a slightly more regular deck. So, 1 second. This isn't showing up in the stream, is it? No, good. How you see your data. If you go to the home screen, you go to your profile, which it's this one. If you go to your profile or your user, and then there's an option that says data, and it tells you like your win-loss ratios, it tells you like cards pulled, it's got a whole load of stuff on there. Close that. Library, Macedal. There we go. 820 cards dismantled. Yeah, there you go. You found it. Right, and main screen cap back on. That's not the right one. Screen capture. There we go. That's the right one. Let's budge that over. How should this be? I feel like that. Ah, yes. Quick update. Bear with. I forget that I've got to update it on both devices. 23.5k. Them's rookie numbers. Hold on, what crazy stats do I have from this one? Oh, and the login bonuses. Right, okay, I have to go do this. Skip that. Oh, hey, I needed my third one of that. Sweet. Yeah, out of curiosity, where is my highest battle damage taken? Dealt. Consecutive, cumulative, highest... Ah, okay, no, never mind. Mine's not much better, 24.6. I thought it was higher. Highest attack is 28.4. Anyway, yeah, let me go. I'll put up a duel room again, and let me choose a slightly better deck to deal with this. We can do that. Entry. Oh, wait, hold on. You need the details. And let me put up the hand block again. I know it looks a little bit weird for the moment, but it's going to have to be there. Did you get the details, or... Sorry. Should probably leave that up a little bit longer. Oh yeah, I can see it's got this little members bit in the corner. You can tell I use these very, very frequently. I duel plenty with other people planned outside of the regular ladder. I guess this is a nice break anyway. Makes a change from just playing the Masochist. You just got flashbang. Are you in? Yes, you are. Okay, it doesn't update. Right. Let me... Yeah, let's play the favorite. Because I have been playing this game a long time, and why not? I have opened many packs. Some of them are, a couple of them, a variation of the same deck. Like, I've got a couple Sacred Beast variants, I've got a couple Generator decks, I've got a couple Time Thief decks, you know, that kind of deal. So it's a lot of decks, but there's also a few archetypes which are doubled up. Well, we're going second, which is not great, but it is combo. Wait, but why is attacking with Kashira bad? It's not. But people just, a lot of people don't and like to see their opponents squirm, so they block up the whole field instead of attacking for game. I got told it was. Attacking with Kashira is fine. They have a strong lockdown game, as you were demonstrating, that you can just kind of like slowly clog up all your opponent's zones. But if your Kashira's attack, they trigger their, their second effect. Well, no, they trigger their effect, let's put it that way, right? Okay, no, it is second effect. But yeah, they all trigger their second effect if they attack. You can banish a face-up card, you can banish a card from extra, or a card from the top 5 of deck. That's pretty good. They're also all pretty big beat sticks. I guess the bit that says it's budget is that you've got a 6-card extra. That's the only bit that says budget to me so far. Because, like, everything else looks like, okay, maybe that's a slightly weird tech, but you'd still play it, you know? Like, what is it? This guy is pretty standard. Just because he's an R doesn't make it budget. People add AAs, yeah, that's the thing. If you don't have Zeus, yeah, I get it, like, don't run Helamaxi or Ash. I mean, have you got like the regular hand traps from the bundle? Like, the special bundles at the last page of the store where you can get like 10 master packs and a hand trap, or 10 master packs and like Solemn or Forbidden Droplet and those kind of things. If you haven't got those bundles, they are good value for money. Because, of course, it's not your 1,000 gems, it's 750, which makes it 250 gems cheaper than your average pack. You get a guaranteed UR of like whatever hand trap staple it is at the end. And you have a chance to get more dust from the pack if you get like URs, SRs you don't like. So those are like hella worth having. Even if you don't plan to play like all the hand traps, you could like just run one each of those cards you have in the bundle. Because those, the Ash Boss and the Ghost Spell, the Ghost Ogre now, I think, they're all effectively, well, they're all a guaranteed Ultra with 10 Master Packs. That's how you look at it. And if you're looking to make the deck better, then you will need hand traps. I don't like playing hand traps, not your conventional ones. But, it is needed for a much more functioning deck. So it depends what you plan to do with this. If you're planning to play like casually with friends or with others, then yeah, you possibly don't need them. If you're planning to play against people on ladder to climb it, you need them. Oh, sleeves, yeah. Well, I don't have any cards engraved to start with. Although, this is going to be a tough field. This is going to trigger 50 billion times. Yeah, I don't... Oh, wow, that's a banish. 3 of a kind. You like its combo potential. It does have combo potential. Yeah, I kind of think I'd probably lose the game from just, like, a Rise Heart. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We find out. So, once per chain each time. Yeah, okay. Alright, that's the thing. Yep. Okay, attach the Banished Piri. We're going to activate this one. Reading. It's alright. Activate this one. Type 1 card, banish it face down. Ah, okay, so... Have you... Alright. Can I just say, for the record, that one was a bad idea. Not because you can't stop the rest of these cards. You 100% can. But that one that you've just banished triggers time and time again from any other card activation. So Cashier or Rise Heart would just be restocking itself on material again and again and again. Also, if you just banish this continuous spell, it doesn't trigger, because it's on activation search. So just a tip. Not that you're going to lose this game, but for the sake of, I don't know, fair play and sportsmanship. What'd you just do? You activated a card at the wrong time, didn't you? Yeah, misclick. You still probably get away with it. Right. What do we want? I guess we get this. Didn't even press it to activate. Yeah, happens. Yeah, tilt one face up, banish. Yep, there is only one correct option there. Set, and your move. Not completely dead. Well, no, actually I think we just are, right? Where does this summon from? Yes, just dead. Okay, good to know. Oh wait, no, not necessarily. Gotta reset or try. Oh, get back up to the same board state? I mean, I think in theory it's a try. You want a card from my deck? Wow. What is useful to you? Definitely useful to you. This. This is definitely useful to you. How many? You got rid of one. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. Because you use this turn. Don't have a rise. Oh, is that the level 4? Is that the main deck? This guy? Or is it this? I guess it's the level 4 that you don't have, right? Because that's in your... Cash at Rise pink one. Oh, you don't have a second copy, that's what you mean. Like, you've got one in your extra. Or graveyard? Where is it? Did it get banished face down? Did it return to your extra? What happened? I was about to say, like, yeah, like... Unless it's one of these ones that's banished face down that I can't see. What'd you hit? Oh, those are some nice hits. Right, Xyz again. For Shangri-La. That's fine. I can deal with that. Yeah, we'll activate it now, so I'm not activating a trap on your turn. Let's put it that way. You can have that. What can I get? Necroface! That's funny. Oh, that's kind of funny, actually. How much attack is that? 12? That is, what, 7 cards on your end? 8 cards here. 2,700. 2,600. Let's see. Special summon this, okay. Send the top 3 of either player's deck. Okay. Whose? Mine. That's okay. Right, looking at your field, you have this. You've used this. You've used that. Okay, so I'm going to start with this, second copy. Get this, because we're... Oh yeah, did you banish? Oh, you just milled the other one, that's what's happened. Okay. We're learning. Target 3 cards in your opponent's graveyard. Banish them face down. What are your targets? Pray tell. Those 3. Good. But not quite good enough. What are we... Oh. Type 1 card on the field, destroy it. Yeah, go for it. Doesn't particularly matter in this case. That is fine. Right, so we're going to activate. We're going to discard to special. And let's see, we've got 1 in banished, 1 in hand. So there is 1 in deck. So we get this back. We summon this one out. We activate this one. We summon this one out from the hand. That card fucked me over so bad. Yeah. Like, misclicks happen. I have lost complete... Okay, yeah, you weren't here earlier this stream, but I did just lose a game earlier to Hazy Flame. So it happens to us all. It's fine. Right. What do I have engraved? Nothing. In that case, I could just Necroface reset, but still. Yeah, you can just Necroface reset. We will, in fact, special. We'll put it in defense instead. Draw card. Okay. Add the continuous spell back. Grab that. And what now? It's not game. You're not dead. I'm just wondering about what do. We could go for like proper trap monster plays, but I think it is currently safer to do this. Yeah, put this in defense position, put it over here. Activate this effect. Detach one of these guys. They weren't special summoned properly, either of them. Doesn't matter. This protects itself, the other 2 die. Oh, I should have left this in attack position so I could at least get it out of the other material. Okay, that's my error. But again, we live and learn, it's fine. It's fine. Banish in your graveyard. Okay. So let's do this one now. Special summon a trap. We put it in defense position. Big defense position. Okay, and we do this. And we do this. Necroface reset could cause a win. I've got 12 banish, you've got 5. But you did banish the Necroface face down. Type 1 card on the field, destroy it. Yeah, kind of saw that one coming. Can't, you know, can't say it didn't. If your opponent activates a spell card or effect and you control target Okay, so that's on a new chain, but you're currently using that to bring back Unicorn. What did you banish from me? Okay, cards. It's still negated. Silhouette for the win. Ah, but that, okay. It counts as having used its effect. Oh wait, did you just use its effect in the standby phase? During each step? Yeah, you used the standby phase effect, right? Yeah, okay, so that's why it works. That makes sense. You didn't use the... I guess, is it used if it's negated? Probably. Let's see. Any card sent to the graveyard is banished instead. One to chain, each dropping card is banished. Attach one card. Type one on the field, banish. Right. So, whatever it is gets banished anyway, right? Any card sent to grave is banished. So, it's kind of win or lose right here. So we're going to try and summon this. Attach one banished card to it as material. Okay. Target 3 cards in your opponent's graveyard. Banish. Okay. Yeah, that's probably it. Didn't really have much else that was going. 1, 2, 3... 4. Oh yeah, that's a new chain, so chain it to itself. 5. Target the silhouette? Why would you target the silhouette? What has he done to you? Oh, feck off, bot. Ban. Anyway. I lost count. 7? 6. 6 card activations, I think. Seven, 8, 9. Jeez. You doing okay there? Yeah, that's the thing. And that is 9, 10. Definitely on 10 cards, right? Yes. We're on 10 cards. Let me tell you, the hand is definitely something to fear, I swear. And no, bye-bye field. Set. Sweet. I live 1 turn. Oh yeah, you've still got my card in hand. It's for discard fodder. You can definitely use it. Okay, we're getting to the point where I guess I have to actually give you a half-decent card. I'm down to 13 cards. Or you're down to 13, I'm down to 8. If you get like a half-decent monster, you can probably just stall this out. You can have Hyperblaze. It's not going to be any use to me. Fear the beat stick. Your life ends 3 turns from now. 4 turns from now. I can't do math. Xyz's energy. Okay, now this, I can understand. This is a budget option, this card here. Jeez. Is there anything that does more attack? No. Yes. No, okay. We're just... I mean, you can draw, like, something. You just need to block, like, a couple of attacks. You've got, like, a Planet Pathfinder in the deck somewhere, right? Yeah, you do. Oh, jeez. Yeah, okay, I'm starting to see what you mean about some of the budget techs. How much dust do you have left? Okay, this is good. This is a card. We already have 5 cards in deck, but we don't need all that many. Oh wait, does the extra deck have rank 7? It does! Let's go. Of which? Any kind of dust, actually. Because there are good, like... There are still good N and R cards that you could put in your deck. You're broke on SR or UR, but you could probably get more. Like, I can work with R and S, like R and N cards. I can give you a couple recommendations. You see, that's a monster. It gets you a... I don't know if you have a... Oh, you're just gonna hit the... No! I actually needed that. It's not a joke, I genuinely needed that card. Oh no, that's not the card to draw. I can't activate this card. Okay, right. You're about to add Numeron as a fallback? That certainly is a fallback option. Yeah, you need to stall 4 draws. That can be 2. It could be a Pathfinder. I mean, no, okay, you need to stall 3. You just need to stall 3. It probably is, being realistic. We have both played magnificently here, you see. And, to be fair, like, I can understand you're not confident with the deck because, yeah, you would have had this game completely. Draw 1 card, your opponent gains 1,000. I guess thank you for the life points. Did you draw a monster card? Maybe you're playing trap monsters as well. Maybe it's Mirror Force. On the off chat... No, if it's Mirror Force, I should just attack it. Oops. You got nothing, so Cash Tier use the effect. Hell no. I know you did not just say you got nothing. That is a card. You've got Bash Kashira monsters, don't you? Yeah. I ain't letting you do that. I have 1 cash monster. Yes, you do. That's enough to win you the game, so I'm gonna not let you have that. It is an Onyxes. Bye. This is... No, it's not. You've been banishing my best cards. I had a search spell in deck I couldn't activate. Let's take a look at your deck. Actually, no. How do I needed to save that as a replay, didn't I, to take a look at your deck? Tell you what. If I leave the room, change decks, can I create a new deck from here? I can't create a new deck from here. I don't have too much more time to stream, but I can... I don't have all the Cash Hero cards, I don't think. But let's just try and see what... Oh, I can't spell either. That's a thing, you know? That will help. Right. So... 1, 2, 3... I'm gonna just dump everything in, and you can tell me where I'm wrong. 2 Rise Heart. As in... Oh, 2 Rise Heart. Okay. 1 Fenrir, yep. 2 Necro. I have Necro Face. Planet Path. One Scareclaw, 1 Ogre, 1 Ogre. 1 Tier, yep. So yeah, let's go over the Cash Hero cards first. One Upstart, okay. 1 Upstart, 1 Mallet. 1 Zone. Z, I think it's that. Yep. Xyz Energy. One Day apiece. Which is that one. Ah, yeah. Gift X. Pot of Desires does make sense. Where is it? 3 Theosis, that's that one. 1 Pressured Planet, that's the field spell, that's fine. Dim Fissure. 1 Cash Rebirth. 2 Xyz Reborn. 3, okay. 2 Witch's Strike. You have an interesting deck. 1 Big Bang. Oh, I didn't put Big Bang in. Two Xyz block. Prep. One Bagoo. Three Shangri, 2 Arise. Okay, so I have miscounted on something. Then you just added gates. Gates? Oh, you've just added the Numeron cards. But hold on. What am I missing from your what am I missing from your regular deck here? One sec. Let's, 2 Ogres. Oh, you were on 3 Ogre. Okay. But, like, okay, this was the deck that we've, just, Oh, I've still got the... Sorry. Hold on. Where's that? Get rid of that. That's annoying. Anyway. 2 ogres, 2 Xyz energy. Okay. Right. So this is the deck that you had to face me with. I guess to start with, okay, so UR Dust is looking a little low, SR Dust is looking a little low. That's fine. 40, I have 41. Two Necro, 3 Planet Path, 2 Rise, Fen, Unicorn, Ogre, those are the correct. 1 Scare, 1 Tear. Oh, Scare. It is just Scare. Turn that one back on. There we go, fixed. Right, point being, this is your deck. And I guess from a very basic standpoint, it is functional. Like, genuinely. First things first, you're playing Upstart Goblin in 41 cards. If you're playing Upstart Goblin, or One Day of Peace, or like, you know, 1-for-1 draw spells, cards that are card neutral, you want to be on 40 cards. Unless your deck is 60 cards. Like, if you are running more than 40 and you're playing Upstart Goblin, yeah, but the point being that, like, if you cut one other card from this equation, right? If you cut it down to 40, you're playing a slightly more consistent deck, and then the Upstart Goblin is going to draw you into a better card in theory. Because if you're putting Upstart Goblin in as a 41st card, you're still playing a 40 card deck. If you're putting Upstart in as your 40th card, you're playing a 39 card deck. This would be good. I know you're thinking Field Spell Recursion, but Kashtira is a deck that kind of wins very quickly or loses very quickly. Like, I'd cut the zone. Nice and simple. If you're looking for... Because day saves if I have bad hand. Okay. If you're looking for good, like, NR cards, like Xyz Energy, you've got this as removal, right? You've got it as exactly monster removal. So, this card is also very good, because this one targets for cost, requires you to control an Xyz monster, and has to detach a material. So, it can fail in 2 or 3 ways, right? Yeah, it can fail in 3 ways. 1, you don't control an Xyz monster. 2, your Xyz monster is out of material. 3, your Xyz monster effects... No, your Xyz monster gets destroyed, or otherwise removed from the field. So, this one is like, it's okay, but this one still targets your Xyz... Well, yeah, I guess it's never out of material because of Rise Heart, but stay with me here then. This one still targets a monster, but puts it face up in the spell trap zone as a spell, which still fulfills the Kashtira, you know, alternate win condition of filling up your opponent's field with cards they can't use. It doesn't destroy, which is a bonus because there are a lot of cards that have destruction protection. And it doesn't require you to control an Xyz monster. This card can just be activated as a... You also try and make it a quick banish. Oh, with the Arise Heart, yeah. But this one is... If you've got 60 Ardust, I would replace these two with 2 of these. Just as a small, simple change that will improve the deck. Because this can be used going second, which is where you're probably going to struggle. Going first, I think you have a decent time. But going second, you're probably going to struggle looking at this list. It's like, this is a very solid card to have. I'd recommend, you know, cutting these 2 out, putting these 2 in. You have 1 KR and 609 normal, so yeah, you can afford 2 of this. haven't swept through my deck yet and uncrafted. I mean, in theory, you don't have to be particularly, like, super mindful about your NR dust. If you play the game consistently, or if you open a ton of packs, you will have NR dust. But yeah, so those are a couple simple changes. I understand the mallet. I don't think it's the best of ideas. Because it is fixing fixing a bricked hand. That's the idea. I just didn't do it. Oh yeah, sure. But Magical Mallet. This one's like fixing fixing a bricked hand. That's the ideal for it, right? But the problem with that premise is that you can also just draw it as a card that you can't use, because you're going first and Magical Mallet is your 5th card. Then, you know, the rest of your hand might be combo, which means that you don't want to actually put anything back with Mallet. If you're going second and you have to put things back with Mallet, then if your hand is bricked and they see you using this, I think they can just Ash Blossom this. That's the thing. So, like, if you're in a position where you need to use this, you're probably being stopped by your opponent anyway, because one of the decks that does use this, that your opponent doesn't want to let you get started on it, is Exodia. Now, for you, a bricked hand might be, okay, I've got, like, exactly Kashira Ogre and nothing else. So you decide you want to try and get the other cards cycling, and you know, it's not that bad. You're not completely stopped by an Ash Blossom. But this will probably get negated if your opponent thinks you're on, you know, Exodia. You having a smaller extra deck could be part of that, because Exodia doesn't need its extra deck. So Mallet will just not resolve when you need it to, or end up being a brick. As a replacement for Mallet, you have various options. Draw spells, I genuinely don't know, actually. I might add another Arise Heart, because 2 is kind of bad. Oh, if you have the 3rd one, then yeah. If you have the 3rd one, I'd add another level 4. I'm just assuming that you have exactly the URs, SRs pictured, and nothing more. But, like, yeah, if you have it, that'd be a good change. Yeah, sorry, I keep on, you know, the main deck one, the little level 4. Oh no, Arise. So you did mean this. But yeah, regardless, I'd say you want to take out Magical Mallet. And then you want to include something. Let me filter by NR, and let's filter by spells. Generally, we don't need rituals, we don't need quips. What do we have in here that's like draw cards? Shard, that's not good. There's probably a lot that I'm missing out on. Magical Planter, the Runic. I have search issues also. Yeah, I can see that, like, the point is consistency, which is the problem. You're playing Desires. I guess, okay, it's worth asking, do you have Pot of Extravagance? Because if you have Pot of Extravagance, it's limited anyway. It does banish cards face down, and it's a draw card. It stops you from drawing for the rest of the turn, but this adds this, let's see, summons, adds, you know, the rest of your deck doesn't really draw outside of these 2 cards. So if you do have the SR for, you know, if you have this, That's extra deck, though. Yes, it is a possible problem for you. And I see that you currently only have 7 cards in extra. You don't have it. Do you have the Dust for Extravagance? If you don't, and that's fine. If you don't have the Dust for Extravagance, I don't know what draw alternatives there are. I don't know what really works for your deck. You don't have the SR Dust, you don't have the card. Okay, that's fine. If consistency is a problem... we're talking about you have gone first, you have bricked. That's what we're talking about removing Mallet for. Waboku is an end card. Stops you from being OTK'd. You can just activate it in draw phase, you don't take any battle damage for the turn. It gives you another turn, which means that you can draw another card. Either that, or... what else you got? You've already got the 1 Day of Peace, you've already got Upstart at 1. You don't have any spare SR or UR Dust. You'd put Upstart in if you had more Upstart, but you don't. You could just put in another Sinful Spoils. Just make this a 3 of instead. Let's see. What else are you playing? I think Macro is a rarer card, isn't it? Macro is a super. Okay, so not that either. But yeah, I guess I'd suggest for the Magical Mallet, you say that, okay, you have consistency problems. You just have consistency problems. You could put a... you do plan on making that? So-so. You could do that. You can always just add in another Kashira Ogre. It gives you another name, means that you have more 7s. You have a rather hefty focus on Xyz monsters, which is relying on the fact that you can get into them. Okay, I guess one way of putting this is, what if you had alternate targets? What if you had other 7s? These are all rank 7s that you can play. This is fine. Number 76, Harmonizer Gradiel. It can act as a, like, not as towers, but as a small towers. It kind of functions not in the same way as this guy, but, you know. This thing can just act as a beat stick and eat opponents' cards from grave again, just feeding, like, in on theme. What is benefit of Macrocosmos, though? If you can't get to an Xyz monster, the reason why you're playing Dimensional Fissure, of course, you have 1 SR craft. Okay. My advice, don't use your SR craft right now. Kind of identify, like, duel and identify your weaknesses. You've already identified that consistency is a weakness. So, ask around, find a SR card that people say, yes, you should play this as like a consistency booster. Or this is a must-play in Kashtira because it does this, this, and this. I wouldn't use your SR right now, and I wouldn't use it on Macro. Decks that... let's see. Let's put it this way. There are plenty of decks that die to just being unable to use the graveyard, right? It's why you have Dimensional Fissure in your deck. It's why your boss monster is Kashtira Riseheart, because it, you know, means that cards just get banished instead. Dimensional Fissure is weaker. It is exclusively monsters. However, the decks that lose to Dimensional Fissure that are not monster-based decks are probably exactly Sky Striker, Paleozoic, and Labyrinth. I think everything else that dies to Dimensional Fissure will be a monster-based deck. So, to put it one way, Macrocosmos does not increase your win rate significantly enough. It is a trap card, so it takes an extra turn to activate. So if you were thinking about adding Macrocosmos into this, you're better off adding just another Dimensional Fissure. Because there will be sometimes your opponent just can't play. And let's say you've bricked, you've got, I don't know, Dimensional Fissure, Preparations, Birth. I'd never put Birth in this deck. But yeah, let's say you've got a brick hand. You've got... where is it? Let's say you've got a brick hand and you've got Necroface, you've got Dimensional Fissure, your one Kashtira Birth, Kashtira Preparations, and Xyz block. Just worst case scenario for point of argument's sake. Dimensional Fissure plus Necroface still is a decent enough board because your opponent possibly can't play through this to begin with. And then if they can summon a beat stick big enough to out the Necroface, you can banish combo pieces from their deck. You can banish extenders, key things that they just don't have in excess. Like, you have Kashtira Fenrir limited, you have Unicorn semi-limited. Well, Tenpai has, like, other main deck monsters limited, right? And what if they just don't see them, but see a beat stick instead? They beat the Necroface, and then they lose all their power cards. You basically win the game. But the reason you win the game then is because you haven't got to Macrocosmos, but you have got to Dimensional Fissure. It is basically a cheaper, easier to afford, and easier to use Macrocosmos. I don't know if Witch's Strike has won you games, but I would probably replace Witch's Strike with Dimensional Fissure. You apparently have plenty of Rare Dust, and Witch's Strike is both a trap, and relies on your opponent using a Solemn card or Solemn-like effect, which is not immensely popular. It does happen, but it's a lot less likely than just a card being negated full stop. Especially when it rises out, everything is banished. If you have a Rise Heart on the field, you should be already in a commanding position. That's the way I'm going to phrase this. That's the best way of putting it, right? If you have a Rise Heart out, you should be kind of already in a winning point. If Witch's Strike is what wins you the game, then it is a back and forth scenario, but Witch's Strike is probably better served by a different card. Graveyard Pull is negatable. What are we... and for some reason break him at times. Wait. Automatic but 100. Oh, Rise, not Rise. Okay. Yeah, you can negate this. But you can just imperm it. But, I think you would probably be better off replacing Witch's Strike with Dimensional Fissure. Consistency in banishing your opponent's cards is going to help you out long term. So I use that to blow everything up if negated. This is if a summon is negated, though. That's the difference. How to put it? So, you know in the game we had, I used that trap monster to destroy your freshly exiled summoned monster. Its effect negated the summon. Dimension Vision, okay, why it won't get negated. But the trap monster I used against you, it negated the summon, right? That blue level 4 one. Okay, no, what this is Witch's Strike is very specific. It negates... It's after your opponent has negated the activation. There are two ways you can negate effects in Yu-Gi-Oh! You can negate the effect, or you can negate the activation. I'm pretty sure if we take a look at Imperm, just as an example... Yeah. Negate its effects this turn, okay? So, if someone uses Imperm on a Rise Heart, or on any of your monsters for that matter, it doesn't trigger Witch's Strike. Now, if I quickly search by activation, I probably get... Yeah. This card, different card. When a spell, trap, or monster effect is activated, negate the activation. This card would trigger Witch's Strike, because it's something that has negated the activation of an effect. They are two different ways of negating cards, and negating the activation is a lot less common. If you take a look at the power cards people are playing, yeah, it's a common mistake. It's fine. Appaloosa, for example, it's Ash activate. Oh, that's an interesting one. I don't play often enough to not. I don't really play Ash Blossom. I have it somewhere. There we go. Negate the effect. Ash Blossom is negate the effect. So immediately that's one of the most common cards that sees play. Doesn't work against Ash Blossom. I guess also on the line of the other Ghost Girls. Ghost Ogre. That's a destroy, so that's not a negate. Where's Ghost Bell? That's... Where is Ghost Bell? I have Ghost Bell, right? Yeah, there we go. Ghost Bell negates the activation. But that only would work against this one. No. It works against... That works against exactly Birth. So that's a very negligible card to be trying to counterpick. What's more relevant? I'm finding out a lot more cards negate the activation than I thought, but long story short, because this is a card that is a trap card, so you have to set it and wait first, and because it negates only against cards that negate the activation, it does have a narrower pool of cards it can respond to overall. And if they've set up a negation for one card, there is a chance they just have a second one for something. I think, like, Witch's Strike can win you games, but so can Magic Cylinder. It doesn't mean Magic Cylinder's, like, the best of all cards, you know? PC, okay, why Witch Strike and get negated? And still get popped. Yeah, because infinite impermanence negates the effect, not the activation. It's the distinction. Imperm is also a very common card, yeah. That's another one that this card doesn't, you know, work against. I'm not going to pretend I'm highly experienced with Kashtira, but I will say that off the top of my head, looking at what you had, I was able to, as in, the Witch's Strike did nothing after they used Imperm. Is that what you mean? No, the Imperm did nothing. Same row and all. If the Imperm was set beforehand... If the Imperm was set beforehand, it works. If the Imperm was not set beforehand, then it won't negate Witch's Strike. Also, if Imperm leaves the field prior to the chain resolving, then Imperm will not negate, because it does not know which column it was in. So there are two scenarios where Imperm doesn't work. But yeah, I need to kind of wrap up the stream soon. So if I just, I guess, sign off on a quick recommendation, I would drop the Witch's Strikes, add in a couple, and let's see, I'd probably drop one of the preparations and up the count of Ogre, because you get to Ogre, and that means you get to preparations. And, like, as a basic thing, it's just, like, rare material that you're using. You could fill out the extra deck with just anything. It doesn't matter. Like, you could put to a 15-card extra deck of just filler cards. Like, anything that you have to hand. Do you have to be able to summon it? No. You could just, like, you know, chuck them in. Oh, I got this card for free from, like, some packs. If your opponent thinks you can summon it, they might be more scared. If your opponent thinks they're against a complete deck that, you know, just has a full extra, and, you know, is going to use the full extra, they might quit earlier. You might win more games. It's maybe not the best of tactics, but it can work. Anyway, it was alright dueling you, and thanks for tuning into the stream anyway. It's a little bit of a break from the Masochist, and I guess that's kind of welcome. Possibly catch you in a future one. My name is Cat Monarch, you know where to find me. You've found the channel, you've stayed for a good chunk of the stream. I stream on Mondays and Thursdays, and it's up on the schedule, so if you want to check after this is done, you can check there. Hope you have a good time, and hope to see you next stream, I guess. Goodbye for now.